Hi everyone, and welcome to another Kamen Rider review. And for today's review, today's Kamen Rider review, we are going to be taking a look at a figure from the Figma line, which is from the Kamen Rider Dragonite line. And this figure is made by, like I already told y'all, which is Figma, a toy company. And the same company that made that Kamen Rider Dragonite figure, and this is also from the Dragonite Kamen Rider show. So, what we're going to be reviewing is the Figma Kamen Rider Dragonite Wing Knight. And that there is like there is the Wing Knight symbol here on the cardboard from the inside of the box. Because I did took out the plastic clam shell where the figure is inserted into, just like all the other Figmas. And here you do have Figma, Kamen Rider Dragonite, and you have his name here, Kamen Rider Wing Knight. And he is also named Kamen Rider Knight from the Kamen Rider Ryuki show, the Japanese show of Kamen Rider Dragonite. Because if you remember what I said, from my Kamen Rider Dragonite figure from Figma here, like this one is from Kamen Rider Dragonite, is the American release of Kamen Rider Ryuki. But here's the front of the box here. And on the side you do have Figma and the name here, which is Kamen Rider Wing Knight. And on the other side you have another picture of Wing Knight here. On the top you have another picture of him here. Same for the bottom here. And on the back you do have some nice artwork of some poses that he can do. So, let's head over to the review area and check this guy out. Stay tuned. And here we are at the reviewing area. And here we have Kamen Rider Wing Knight here in the reviewing area. So, as you could see, well, I will also have to say that this figure does have some of the same sculpting to him, but like that this figure does have the same sculpt work like Dragon Knight, like the exact same articulation and the same sculpting, but there is some changes that they did to this figure, and those changes are the head, the chest, and the shoulder pads here. Everything else, from what I can see, I have Dragon Knight here next to me for some size comparisons. And I'm looking at Dragon Knight here to see what they changed. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So everything else for the body, it is the exact same body mold as Dragon Knight. The only parts that are changed is it is the chest, the shoulder pads, and the head. And he does have a sheath here to hold his sword here. And I will show a comparison of Dragon Knight here with Wing Knight here towards the end of this video, and before I get to our final thoughts. But let's take a closer look at Wing Knight here. Getting a closer look at the head sculpt here. And it's a very nice head sculpt here. Got a lot of nice silver paint to it. Even some silver paint on these little fangs here. And you do have some nice, like, gold paint on the top of the head. A little bit of a metallic blue here. And on the back, you just have all black here. And you do have some nice silver paint on these things here. And he does have the exact same wrinkles on the suit here, like Dragon Knight had. And going down to his chest here, a lot of nice silver paint and some dark blue here, and some more silver paint on these shoulder pads. And you do have the Advent deck. Well, I meant the V buckle. That's what I was meant to say. The V buckle with the Advent deck here in it, and it does have Wing Knight symbol here done up in gold. And going down to his arms and his hands here. And like you already saw here on the side, he does have a sheath here that holds his sword here. And going down to the legs here, which are the exact same legs here from Dragon Knight here. And all in all, he looks pretty good. And I'm not going to go through the articulation, because he has the exact same articulation as Dragon Knight. So if you want to know how this guy moves around in the articulation, go watch my Figma Kamen Rider Dragon Knight video. So for his accessories, of course, usual for usual that you get for all the other Figmas. You of course get the included sandwich bag here to keep all your accessories in. The display base, or I meant display stand here with the 3 hinge joints and the rotation here. And you get a rack here to keep all your extra hands on. And for the hands that he comes with, but besides the ones that are on him, and the ones that are on him are just the open hands. But you do also get fists, 2 fist hands, 2 relaxed hands, one hand here that has like a, what I can see here, a looser grip. And you do also get this gripping hand and this gripping hand. From what I can see, these grabbing hands here kind of look like they have a tighter grip here, from what I can see here. And you get one hand here that is a card holding hand. Because, yes, just like with Dragon Knight, this one does come with a card, an advent card that you can slide into this hand. And so swapping the hands, it is a lot easier. It is very easy. And these hands here are the older Figmas, where all you had for the older Figmas that you had back then was just the wrist swivel and the hinge joint that goes up and down, but like this. And you could see that hinge joint there. And you can take these, one of these hands off of this rack here and plug it in to the arms here. And like I already said, he does come with an advent card, which is this. And this advent card that you get, if I remember, is the final vent card. Yeah, the final vent card. And it only has some details on the front here, but not on the back. Just like with Dragon Knight. But he does come with a couple of new accessories that you get for this figure. So the first one that he comes with, which you can't already see on the side here, is this sword here that you can slide out of the sheath here, and that hole on the bottom is where the blade of the sword slides into. And I am going to move him out of the way so we can get a closer look at this sword here. As you can see, it is nicely detailed and painted, and you just have a lot of black here with some silver for the handle and a little bit of silver here, some gold for the Dragon Knight symbol, or I mean Wing Knight symbol, some red paint there on the eyes, and some gunmetal gray here, or I guess you can call it metallic gray here. And some nice silver paint on the blade here. And the tip here is yeah, it is really sharp. And you can have him hold this in one of his grabbing hands, of course. But he does come with another sword. And that is this here. And this is his sword vent sword. And the reason why he comes with two swords is because he uses one of his cards in the show where he slides them out of these advent decks here, and in the show this part here where the Wing Knight symbol is at would open up, and he would insert one of the cards, and one of them is the sword vent card. So what he does in the show is he would slide in one of the sword vent cards, and this would close up, and it would say sword vent, and this would be the one he uses. it would appear. And this is what he would use if it's in sword vent mode. But taking a look at this really closely, do have a lot of nice silver, gold, a gunmetal gray paint, and with some darker blue on front to back. Well, the front does have some silver paint to it, but the back does not. And the tip here is, again, really sharp. And again, he can hold this in one of the grabbing hands as well. And he does come with one more accessory. And that is this. And this is a cape that he comes with here, which is also known as the what they're calling in the show the guard vent. Because going back to this, he would again insert another card, which is the guard vent, into here, and this would close up and it would say guard vent. And this is what it is. And there is one problem I have with the cape here, but we'll get to that in a minute. But getting a closer look here, nice painting and sculpting on the bat's face. A lot of nice silver paint with the red eyes here. Some more silver paint. Some metallic blue. And some black here, which is made out of yeah. This is made out of cloth. Yeah. Because this cloth here is part of the cape here. And turning it around, some more silver paint on these things. And the cape is really nice as well. From front to back. And also, it is the cape is on a bendy wire cable. And the bendy wire, it is on the bottom here. So you can move it and get it in a lot of poses. But of course, don't go crazy with it, because over time this wire will snap right off. And this is a problem I do have with it. Not from the bendy wire cable. No. It's from where they put it at. Like where they design it to. Because now I don't have a problem with the bendy wire cable on the bottom of the cape. But I would have liked if the bendy wire cable would be on the sides as well. Because putting them on the sides of the cape would be a lot better for me. Because that would, for me, have the cape a lot more articulation to it. Instead of just having it on the bottom and not on the sides. Or I would have liked if they would have put both bendy wires on the bottom and on the sides here. But that's my opinion. And this does attached to the back of him, using this peg and that hole there. Oh. It is kind of back heavy. So you can have it like that. Just like that. But I am gonna go ahead and remove it. And I'll go ahead and have him hold his sword here, which is this here. Just like that. And that is all of the accessories. And before we get to our final thoughts, doing a quick size comparison here next to Dragon Knight here. So you can see how they look together side by side. And the only things that they've changed is the chest, the shoulder pads, and the head. But the rest of it is all the exact same. So, I think we'll be back with our final thoughts. So, stay tuned. So, there you have the review of the Figma Kamen Rider Dragon Knight Wing Knight. And I almost forgot to mention one more feature that he can do. I will first have to turn this off first, and I will have to turn him around. One more feature that the guard vent has, which is this cape part, is on the back here of the guard vent, which is the cape here, does have a hole here on the back that you can still attach the display stand to. Or if you want to not display him with the guard vent here, then on the back you too have this hole here where like you saw, where you can attach the cape to. You can attach the exact same hole here on the back of the figure onto this display stand here. Almost forgot to show y'all one more feature. Well, actually, a couple of features that I forgot to show y'all. So now let me get him back on his display stand here so we can get to our final thoughts here. Okay. Now we can get to our final thoughts here. So overall, really cool figure all around. I mean, he does have the exact same body mold and sculpting from Dragonite, but they did made a couple of changes, which is of course the chest, the shoulder pads, and the head sculpt, and that's it. Everything else is just the exact same molding and sculpting, even the exact same articulation. But my only problem with him, it is not about the figure. It's mainly the cape, which is the guard vent. Because I would have liked to see some bendy wire cables on the sides of the cape. And I don't have a problem of it being on the bottom of the cape. Although I would have liked both bendy wire cables on the bottom and on the sides of the cape. Because that would make the cape a lot more posable, instead of just having one bendy wire on the bottom of the cape, like y'all saw from the review. So that's really my only problem with him. But everything else is really nice. And like I said from the beginning of the review, he is named Kamen Rider Wing Knight here in the United States. But in Japan, where he's from, Kamen Rider Ryuki, he's named Kamen Rider Knight. Yes. Kamen Rider Knight in Japan, Kamen Rider Wing Knight here in America. Just to let y'all know. So I think that's about it. So there you have it. One more thing. I also forgot to mention, but before we go, the bottom of the gonna have to turn this off again. The handle part of the sword vent here is also really sharp. So again, be mindful of that. Okay, now we can wrap this video up. So there you have the review of the Figma Kamen Rider Wing Knight from Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. And if you like this video, give me a like, comment, and subscribe for more. And if you want to check out some other videos you may have missed, there's a playlist set up on my YouTube channel. So I think that's about it. So thanks for watching.